Hi, good evening, everyone. Hi, this is Christine Crowell, and wow, I want to really talk to you about some really some remarkable things that's happening right now, and I hope everyone is safe and well. And welcome to the channel. I want to really talk about the possibilities of the real reasons behind Elon Musk, you might as well say government takeover. Now, there's a lot of theory that's going around at the moment as to why Elon Musk is in the White House, for example. And today I'm going to be talking about in the live about some of those possible reasons why he's actually in the White House. And it does seem like it is a takeover of some sort because he wasn't elected as, officially as a government worker or anything like that, but yet he's in the office and he's taking over the government offices and its administration. So I wanted to go through some of the things that this could possibly be some of the reasons why. And this is through the research that I've been doing and watching the videos that we're all seeing on YouTube, for example. And whether you're in America, whether you're in the UK, or where you are around the world, we everybody seems to know who Elon Musk is. Everyone knows who Donald Trump is, obviously the president of the United States. And it just seems that Elon Musk seems to be having more control over what's being said and is being put into a very high position with the US government and its finances. And I also know that he's very, sort of very aggressive with these contracts that he's got. And today I really want to talk about the contracts that he's got and he's managed to win. And it just seems as if he is looking at all of these contracts and wanting to apply for all of the contracts that he can apply for, which, I understand he's a billionaire and he wants to have as many contracts as possible, for example. But I'm going to go into some of the things of what he's actually won before I go into what you can do in you getting your own contracts, because at the end of the day there's contracts out there for everyone. Okay, so we need to look at what it is that you can do to apply for these various contracts. Okay, so I'm going to go into a list of contracts that Elon Musk has won, for example, and what one of the richest men in the world, for example, is achieving, for example. Um, and this list is quite a long list. Okay, so let's look at this. Elon Musk is got quite a long list of contracts that is won, and he has won multiple $1 billion contracts, and I'm going to list some of them here as well. Okay, so just imagine Elon Musk. He's got SpaceX, Tesla, for example, Neuralink, followed by SpaceX rocket launches, Tesla factories, and operations as well. So Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur known for SpaceX and Tesla, as we all know, has built a empire. I mean, when I say an empire, it is huge empire. And by winning some of the most competitive contracts in history. But how did he do it? let's break down the strategies that may have helped him to secure these multi-billion-dollar deals that he's got. Okay, so first of all, he's got a very high IQ. Okay, I'm not going to say anything, more than that. He's also got vision and innovation as well. So just think about it. Elon Musk isn't just about selling products. He's selling a vision, whether it's making humanity a multi-planetary species or transitioning to clean energy. Musk aligns the companies with groundbreaking innovation, government and corporate. It's not just about investing in technology. They're about investing in the future. And it's his envisions that I'm discussing here. He's very, very, how can I say it? I'm not going to get political here, but I feel he's creating this. He's like a kind of like a troublemaker. He wants to separate. He wants to segregate. He's got this in him. But yet he's got all of these contracts and he's in with the governments, for example. As far as I'm concerned, I believe that there's been some, a lot of racist, fascist behavior, for example, that has been put on to people that has been able to actually perform these types of behaviors, which is unacceptable behavior. But yet he's got these contracts, government contracts. Now, let me just discuss something here. Now, when we apply as business owners, when we apply for contracts, if we do something wrong, we lose that contract. I don't know if anyone here that has got contracts and has read their contract terms of business, for example. You lose that contract. But yet he seems to be able to hold on to these contracts that are worth billions. He's being paid $8 million a day with the contracts that he's won. But yet he can accuse the government of who he's got the contracts with of stealing, fraudulent, all kinds of names. He's eradicating and stripping and closing down aspects of government funding that's been around for many years, things that have funded multiple charities, organizations around the world, for example. And yet he's got all these contracts. Now, I know that he's got a high IQ, for example, according to the press, according to studies, for example. But I'm just flabbergasted as to how he's still able to have these contracts with the government, but yet be working in the government with the president. Now, when business owners apply for contracts, for example, there's a thing there that says that you are not allowed to they ask these questions. Do you know someone who works in this department where this contract is available? Are you related to any members of those staff members? There's lots of different questions that ask that. And now he's in office. There's one that's come up, which is 400 million and yet he's been able to get that. So I'm giving you a storyline here, not a storyline, it from the press and from the news that I'm reading and researching about. But I'm also wanting you to know that you can apply for contracts as well, because there's plenty of contracts out there. But I want you to know the list of contracts that this man has been able to win. And bear in mind, to be able to stand in the Oval Office with your 4-year-old child who tells the President of the United States to shush their mouth, you're not the president, as still is, all of this just doesn't seem right. I believe is caused things to happen in the UK, inciting hate, racial hate, for example. And I just want to I'm trying to get my head around all of this, how a man can be in the government closing down departments of education, 1 or 2% of the government funding, for example, in America, and he's freezing that 2%, whereas there's like 90% that needs to be looked at, for example. I believe even NASA is now at risk. Okay, so I'm going to list all of the contracts that he's won, for example. Okay, so one of his biggest wins came in 2008 with SpaceX. He secured 1.6 billion, for example, which was a NASA contract for the delivery of cargo to international space stations, for example. That's what he really wants to take over all of these big contracts. Okay, so SpaceX was on the verge of bankruptcy. He was on the verge of bankruptcy, and it hits, it hits people. Bankruptcy hits people, but he managed to get out from this. And 2008 was a recession. I was affected in 2008. The world, I believe, was affected in 2008.